So welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've posted, so I thought I'd run through a quick little video about the ARP head studs for a barra. And as you can see here, you've got the standard stud, the ARP stud I should say, with your washer and then your nut on top. What I've found though is this washer is only, I can actually show you here, is only, the outside diameter is about 22 mil. What you'll find is, if I can take you over to the motor itself, you can see I've got a couple set up here and I've got a couple still standard. So what I've discovered is the actual, it's a bit hard to film it and do it, but you'll get the idea, bear with me. The actual surface area where the washer sits on is about, 26 mil, give or take. Yeah, about 26. And so if you've got a washer that is over here, if you've got a washer that is, if I can get it square, Jesus, 22 mil, you're going to have like 2 mil either side where it's not clamped down. I'm not sure whether the camera will pick this up. I'll try and zoom in. What I did with this one, I'll just zoom in on it. You can sort of see up in that corner there actually. Yeah, there you can, that's a good shot of it. What I did was put the ARP washer on and then torqued it down to 100 foot-pound, and you can actually see where it's pressed into the alloy of the actual cylinder head. I wasn't real happy with that, so what I did, I took the bolt back off again, and I'll come back over here. I took the ARP, or the nut I should say, off, and I cut one of the head bolts, if I can find it, and took the washer off and swapped over and put the standard washers on. What I found is, sorry, here we go. What I found is the inside of the standard washer is about 11.6 mil, and the actual head stud itself is about 12 mil. So that's where I just ran the step drill through it, and yeah, presto, it actually worked really good. So what I've got to do now is just run through the rest of them and cut all the original studs. They're torque to yield bolts anyway, so when you finish with them, you're just going, well, when you've taken them out, you're going to throw them in the bin anyway. So cutting them is not really an issue, and they won't fall past the threads anyway. So yeah, cut them off. So let's take this one over to the saw and we'll cut it off. I'm actually surprised too how soft, not sure if you'll pick it up, but how soft the actual standard bolt is. It actually cut in the bandsaw like we're going through butter. So that was interesting. One other thing I thought I'd quickly show you too is these bolts are an E socket, which is this one here. I think E18 is the right size. However, I've always used, just, this is actually 916, but I think 14 mil 12 point fits on perfectly. You can see there it fits on no problem, and also it fits on the ARP stud. If I can get it, yeah, it fits on the ARP stud nicely too, so you don't have to go swapping them over. I've pulled taken the factory bolts out and pulled the ARP ones down to 100 foot-pound with just a 12-point socket, and it's been great, haven't had a drama. So we'll whiz over to the chop saw and we'll cut these bolts up. Righto, so I've got it set up in the saw. Let's see how well it cuts. That's it. If I can stop jumping around, you can actually see it's cut pretty good. Righto, so there's our washer. We've got it all set up. Probably pretty boring what I'm doing. It's pretty straightforward, but for those who are doing it, I guess it'll give you the idea. Try and get it nice and straight. There we go. Okay. And just run the drill through it. And that's really all it needs. It doesn't need to take much out. The good thing with a step drill, if you run a normal drill through that, like something like that, as it goes in, where are we? It's going to jump around all over the joint. You find that a step drill will centre itself beautifully. Brilliant thing, absolutely worth their weight in gold. Righto, so we just put a little bit of lube on here, both sides of the washer. Doesn't need much. There, we'll pop that on. Okay, and then we put a little bit on the thread. Like so. Screw that down. And we're done. It does say in the book to do them in 3 stages, although I guess if you're just doing one at a time, just taking this one out first, then this one, don't really see a lot of point in doing it in 3 stages. It's already pressed down, you sort of just want to get it out and get it back in again. So, alright, I'll go through the rest of them and put it all back together, then we'll move on to the oil pump.